All right, everyone, we're going to get the first portion of the day, or the second portion of the day actually, going in just a couple minutes here. We had a new member mixer going on in the South classroom, so a bunch of new members that are walking in right now. So we'll give them a minute to find a seat, and we're going to get going here in just about 2 minutes. So if you want to find a seat, get somewhere comfortable, we'll get going. All right, if everyone could find a seat, we want to get started here. So those of you in the doorway, Jim, come on, find a seat. Let's go. Kind of a quick schedule update of what we're doing today. So obviously we had a new member mixer in the morning at 9:30. This 10 o'clock portion here is going to be club updates. So these are going to be updates for the club. Let you know what's going on, where we're headed. Then at 11 o'clock will be a racer meeting. Following the racer meeting, we'll have some hors d'oeuvres, and then we want to encourage everyone to visit the vendors in the shops that are on property. So that's how the day is going to go. Obviously, the track is open, so a lot of people having some fun out there. But so if we can get everyone's attention, everyone's attention. Let's quit the talking, guys. We want to get started with the meeting.
Good morning, everybody. A short bit of video, but that pretty much encapsulates everything that Autobahn is. Really, it's super impactful. The word community came up multiple times already today, and you're going to feel that energy of our community. So I want to welcome you all. We've got a beautiful day. Every day is a beautiful day at Autobahn, but thank you for all coming out. This is our official kickoff, and I want to express my extreme gratitude to all our members and your commitment to the club. It's our 22nd season. It's going to be our best yet. We'll hear more about what we have in store in a minute. I would like to welcome and recognize our new members who have recently joined or who joined in 2025. So if you could please stand up, we'd love to acknowledge you. Thanks for joining the club and welcome to the Autobahn family. We really appreciate it. Hi, Jim. How are you? I'd like to give a quick club update. 2025 was our best year financially for the club so far. We added 32 new members in 2025, and our member count is now at 562 and growing. The club's main source of revenue are our member fees, our circuit rental, our karting revenue, our driving program, our driver academy programs, and our real estate rentals. All those categories were very strong in 2025, and we have a strong forecast for 2026. So we're really excited about the strength of the club. It's continuing to grow. We're adding membership. It's a really good thing. As you know, our circuit rentals, our public karting, and our driver academy programs that are open to the public are all great membership lead generators, and they really do help subsidize the club and manage the cost of membership. So it's important that we have those programs here. Fortunately, we have 2 tracks. It allows us to have those types of programs, and it also creates that activity, the buzz here every day. We had a very productive off-season, and we're really ready to go. I don't even know if I can call it an off-season. It's been busy. We focused on strategic planning. We call our plan the Autobahn Drive to 35, and as we continue to develop the plan, we'll be surveying the members to see what's important to all of our members. So we'll be working on a survey, so expect that to come sometime in the near future. You know, this plan took shape when we partnered up with Tilka Consulting last year. Tilka made a number of conceptual recommendations covering the north and south circuits, the kart track, and the overall campus. They're very helpful. It was great to have a fresh set of outside eyes take a look at us. We're very excited with some of this, with the recommendations they've come up with. But to not get over our skis, we'll be executing the Drive to 35 plan in phases. We're focusing on what's important to our membership and being fiscally responsible. We do not want to get over our skis, and so that's why we're looking at this as a long-term phased approach. The first phase is the North Track extension, which we're really excited about, and we'll hear more about this from Mike Gritter in a second. We plan to fund the North Track extension out of our existing reserves. Our business model is that our new member initiation fees all go into our capital improvement fund, a separate bucket, and the dues and the other revenue streams that we have help cover the operating costs of the club. And that's worked very well. In fact, we've never had to steal out of one bucket to put in another, so that's good. Another area we focused on in the off-season was to realign our leadership team and better utilize their particular strengths. A couple of noteworthy mentions. Tom Herb. Tom is here. There he's raising his hand. Tom is our Chief Strategy Officer. Tom comes in with, again, a great vision. He's been a great partner. We really look forward to working with Tom for many, many years. Ray Mena, he's our Chief Growth and Experience Officer. Ray has come in full speed. He's developing a number of tools for us to gather data and manage the business. He is not here today, but he'll be here next week. So if you're around, make sure you say hi to Ray. He's a great guy. We're really excited to have him part of the team. Sarah Gimbel, who I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, know, she is now our Director of Operations. We're very proud of Sarah. We are so excited about Sarah embracing this role and really taking ownership of it. She's just a wonderful, wonderful person. We're so proud to have her on the team. Finally, Maddie Nall. Maddie is now our member concierge, so if she's your go-to person. If you have any questions, we want you to go to Maddie. She's going to have all the answers, and if she doesn't, she can direct you to the right person. We want to have everything funneled towards Maddie. So, Maddie, welcome to your new position. We're very excited. Finally, and this might be a surprise to my good buddy sitting in last row, I'd like to give a special shout out to a great friend and coworker over many years, Craig Cunningham, who retired on April 1st. Craig has made many, many lasting contributions to the club, too many to count. We wish Craig all the best as he begins a new chapter and just enjoys being a club member. And we'll probably have more motorcycle sessions for you. So thank you, Craig, for all your service to the club. I'm going to pass this on to Mark, and Mark can talk about membership. But I want to thank you all for being here today. We're very excited about 2026. I think it's going to be our best year ever, and we're going to talk about a number of the events this year. So, Mark.
Thanks, Tim. Yeah, thanks everybody. It's great for us ADD people watching Nissan GTP cars go around. But no, welcome to our 22nd year of operations. So who would have thought 22 years? And you don't age when you're here. We all look exactly the same as when you first joined. So you drive fast, you live forever. That's our new line. But no, it's just been amazing. As Tim mentioned, we had a great year of new members. Last year was 32 full new members. We also had another 15 social members. So, you know, the club is really growing. Obviously, members are what we're all about. That's why we built this place, and sharing it with your friends and growing the club. And we'd really like to get to 600 members this year. And you know, it's a goal, but the reason is self-serving. It's more members to race with. It's more people to meet, to grow relationships with. You know, more fun for, you know, the parties, and so it's just what keeps the club growing, breathing. Obviously, all those initiation fees, as Tim mentioned, are CapEx money, so that helps fund all these improvements. So it's fun and funding. So, but yeah, we believe we can hit the 600 mark, and it's not going to devalue what we're doing. The track's never overcrowded, so it's really just all positives. We also had a great year with the real estate. We had launched a new duplex last year, and it turned out beautiful. So we plan to do more of that. But, you know, the other thing is, Tim, I think, mentioned we were in Japan last year at the Maragawa Club with the Tilker Group. And this little idea has grown worldwide now. There are tracks all over the world following Autobahn and our model. And we're actually having an event this week with a lot of track owners from the U.S. coming here to follow our model. So anyway, it's great seeing everybody, and enjoy the day today, and let's get out there and go fast. So, all right, who's next? Chef Rick.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing? So welcome back. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I've been here for a whole year now. I've fixed some of the bugs in the kitchen, so we should be cool this year. No pun intended. Just a few things I wanted to point out. They'll be a little bit different. Menu-wise, right now it's a little small because it's still the startup of the season. It's going to get bigger like last year, around May-ish. I'm going to try to rotate it frequently. We've got a few new things I'll show you right now. They're not going to all stay, but they're here now. We partnered with a local brewery in Tinley Park called Hailstorm. They've created and branded a beer for us called Last Lap Lager. I got 2 kegs of it available, so go nuts. I can get it whenever I need it. Want to throw a plug out for May 13th. We're doing a wine dinner. It's going to be a multi-course wine tasting, sit-down meal, limited seating, RSVP. So that'll be a lot of fun. It was a good time last year. I have one new crew member on my team. His name is Austin Wheats. He's one of our new sous chefs. He'll be kind of hopping between the cafe and the members lounge. He's right over there. I've known Austin for about a little over a decade now. Very talented cook, so it's be a good addition to our team. So now some of our new menu items. This one here is the poke bowl. This is going to stick around for a little while, but honestly, it's probably only going to be here for about another month or so, just because of the time it takes. We're in a hurry in this kitchen, and this takes about 3 to 4 minutes to make, which is a long time to make a salad. But it'll be here for a little while. This is the pastrami sandwich. If anybody noticed the cafe today, when you came in, I had the smoker out. I've got 2 corned beefs on there. I'll be smoking them all day. All the food we make is pretty much from scratch in-house. So we smoke our own meat, we cure our own meats, all that jazz. So the pastrami will be on the menu for a while. Coming back is the Bang Bang Shrimp. Everybody loved it, so it's going to hang out for a while too. It'll probably be on the menu all year, most likely. Asian chicken sandwich. I got death threats from Sarah if I remove this. This will also be on this menu probably all year because it's just good. So, and then another new item that we're going to do for a while is a nice vegetarian option. Is a General Tso's cauliflower. So fried cauliflower made like chicken, but it's not. So, and then we also have our Southwest chicken salad, which that'll probably be on the menu all year. And then one of the new apps we're gonna be running for a little while. If you were here last year, remember the Cuban? I had that pork belly on top. Well, now we're cubing it, crisping it up, and doing it as an appetizer. So that'll be around for a little while. And I'm here when we're open, so if anybody ever has any questions, you can hunt me down and I'll answer them for you or try to. If you've got any food requests, beverage requests, whatnot, let me know. I like wine, I like booze, I like brown boozes, so I'm going to be bringing in a whole flight of Penelope branded bourbon, which I tried all of them last week, and it was a great drive home. So they'll be out, they're here now, they'll probably be on the shelf sometime the next day or two. And then if anybody wants to procure bourbons that are hard to get, let me know. I could probably buy a case and see what we can do. So that's all I got.
Boy. All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. My name is Kyle Nato. I am the Director of Track Operations and also Member Engagement. Those of you that know me, you know I don't like the spotlight and I don't like speaking, but I'm gonna try and get through this. So, very briefly, as a community, we have planned for 2026 some amazing adventures here and abroad as well. So, what we're doing on property is the 2026 social calendar should be published already on the member website, but there's a ton of activities that we're going to be doing. A lot of family-friendly activities, especially around the festivals, okay? So bring your friends, your family out and enjoy 3 days of nonstop motorsports here at your club. The ever famous and popular garage crawls are coming back. We're going to be checking out some new garages. Those are always well attended, absolute blast, and it's really fun to go into people's garages and see these amazing structures that we have on property. As you can tell, we've got a Kentucky Derby party, so we're going to be doing pony rides. The line starts behind me. I want to go first. Moms. We are doing the return of Mother's Day. And ladies, just briefly, we're doing a Mother's Day brunch with mimosas. We've got a masseuse coming out. We've got a petting zoo. So literally all of those fun things. So also there's going to be a special on-track session as well. So ladies are going to do some lead follow with our instructors in our performance fleet cars. Then they're going to come in after being on track. They're going to come in, get some brunch, get some mimosas, get a massage, get nice and relaxed, and then you can go pet a big fuzzy bunny. And that's going to round out your Mother's Day. It's a nice little Mother's Day. We've got activities for the kids as well. So definitely come out for Mother's Day, Father's Day. We've got some activities planned as well. Then there's also on-track activities. So I've had quite a few members come up to me asking, hey, Kyle, I want to learn how to drift. So we've actually partnered with a member here that does a drifting class. You start out in a simulator, learn how to drift on a sim, and then go immediately into a Nissan 350Z that is set up exactly how the simulator is. So you start on the sim, get into the 350Z out on the skid pad, learn to drift, and then eventually they also do drifting on North Track as well. Very, very cool addition this year. Show of hands, where are my karters? There you are. Yep, awesome. A really cool activity that we're doing this year. We're doing karts on North Track. That is very cool. All right. Yeah, there we go. We've got you. Got someone excited about it. And then also we're doing the GR Challenge again during the Sundays of festivals. And what that is, very briefly, is you slap down $100, $50 goes to the pot, $50 goes to the car, and you essentially get one flying lap to put down your fastest lap in one of the Autobahn GR, I think it's going to be the 86 that we're doing. Yeah. So if you want to find out who the fastest is, that's a great way to do it. It's a lot of fun. Highly encourage you to try out the GR Challenge. Andrew's going to be talking a little bit more about that later. As Rick mentioned, there's going to be some wine dinners and cigar tastings. We're bringing back the bonfire. So in years past, we did a camp out. And then last year, very famously, we lit the starter stand, the old wooden starter stand on fire and had this massive bonfire that you could basically see from space. We're going to try that again. And I'm going to try not to burn down half of Joliet while doing it. Ben Hasbrook has been working very hard on a casino night called Casino Royale. So we partnered with Hollywood Casino just up the road here on 55. And there's going to be an amazing event that we're putting together. So that's June 6th. So mark your calendars for Casino Night. We're doing car shows, Indy 500 parties, all that stuff. So that's all the stuff that's happening on property. Now, let's talk about some events that we're doing abroad. So this is another, as a community, we've had a lot of members ask for, they want to do stuff here, but also travel kind of abroad. So we have some Porsche driving experiences. So if you want to drive a Porsche in Thailand or Africa, come talk to me. Would love to tell you more about it. Also, these are kind of bucket list items for a lot of our members. And one bucket list item that's on mine is an F1 driving experience. Okay, you can choose if you want to drive a real Formula One car. It's a Jordan Formula One car, either at Spa, Monaco, or Silverstone. Okay, during a Formula One weekend. Okay, it's an incredible experience. Again, if you have questions, come talk to me about that. But very, very cool stuff. Also, some regional travel as well. Andrew's going to be talking about this with the Driver Academy, but Autobahn is going to be doing a track day up at Road America as well. So the instructors are going to be going up there. Maybe we're going to bring some of the Toyotas up, but essentially we're going to be doing a track day up at Road America. So very, very fun. IndyCar weekend. We'll also be up at Road America for the IndyCar weekend. We're going to be putting together some possible hospitality events and things like that up there because a lot of our members go up to Road America for that weekend. So we're going to be there with you. Also in the off season, hopefully everyone is aware that Autobahn is part of the Member Track Network, okay, which essentially is a group of tracks where, since you're a member here, you can also go to other various tracks. I've got the list that is ever growing, but if anyone is interested, come talk to me. If you ever want to drive Atlanta Motorsports Park, NCM, National Corvette Museum, MSR down in Texas, Palmer in Massachusetts, Podium Club in Arizona, Rocky Mountain Motorsports Park, which is up in Canada, Lime Rock Park, or New Jersey Motorsports Park. So if you guys, throughout your travels and things like that, you wanted to try these other tracks, one of the benefits of your membership here at Autobahn is that you can also do a track day at those tracks. If you have questions, come talk to me. But this winter, we're putting together track days at NCM and Atlanta Motorsports Park to kind of get you guys acclimated into this member track network. It is a very unique benefit to your membership, so I encourage everyone to take advantage of that. Lastly, for the car show guys, the show and shine guys, we're going to be part of Checked It Out, which is downtown Chicago. That's the big Porsche event in Chicago, but then also the Geneva Concourse car show as well. So if you're a show and shine guy, you're a track guy, you're a travel person, we've got you covered. And I think that's my last slide. Yep. All right. So again, if you have any questions about any of the social activities or driving other racetracks, come see me. But right now, I'm going to hand it off to Andrew. He's going to tell you more about the Driver Academy. Let's give a big round of applause, okay?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Andrew Hobbs. I am the Driving Academy Manager for the Autobahn Driver Academy, now powered by Toyota. So we've got some very cool things coming to us. I joined you all last year, so I've been kind of slowly meeting all of you. If you don't know a little bit about me, I came from a company called Extreme Experience, where I was one of their general managers for 6 years, traveling across the country. Before that, I grew up racing, so karts at Badger, at Norway, locally, regionally, nationally. And then went up through the road to Indy and into IMSA GT4 and IMSA into lights. So we want to work on really kind of expanding our portfolio, not only for the, as we talked about, the public programs, we've redesigned a lot of those, but also for the members, right? Making sure that we have a really robust team for the members here to help you in any way, shape, or form on track, from all the way from beginning in karting, all the way up through whatever you want to do. That's not only at Autobahn, but offsite as well. So we have some new faces along with some returning people that you guys already know. Jordan Missig, obviously Ben Hasbrook are remaining with the team. They're helping us out in various ways. We've also got some new faces. Walter Smith joining us. He was one of the chief instructors down at the Porsche Experience Center in Atlanta, so fantastic to have him on board. Mark Lozanecki, been around a long time, has over 30 plus years of driving experience, racing experience, and is an MSF level 3 instructor. So he's one of the guys that actually trains other national instructors. So we have a wealth of information, a wealth of knowledge. And then joining us part-time here as well is Alex Bertignoli. A lot of you guys know him. He's been a member racer, national kart champion. So he's going to be joining us part-time as well this year. So we're really expanding our portfolio, not only for, like I said, the public clients, but for members as well. So we are all available for private instruction. A couple of us are available for karting instruction as well. We're going to be working that into the fold this year. And we're going to be working on a couple new things. So we have new and returning member programs. We're going to be working on a couple, like you said, with Kyle, travel programs up to Road America. We'll be traveling with you. A number of us have a lot of experience at Road America, so helping you guys explore not only Autobahn, but new tracks as well. Obviously, we're going to be talking a little bit about the new layouts that we have coming for Autobahn. So we're going to be doing some kind of special events for that new layout with the instructors to help you guys really learn and dial in that new layout with us later on. We're going to be building some member skills. Last year we trialed a new program called the Advanced Racer Program. We took some veterans that have been racing here a long time, helped them out on track through data and through line and kind of a little bit more of the process behind going fast. And we were actually able to help them shave multiple seconds. Those are guys that have been out here for a very long time, and we were able to help them. So it really kind of shows no matter how long you've been out here, everybody has room to improve. and we are here to help you guys improve and make sure you guys are feeling the most confident and stable that you can while we're out there on track. We're also here to help you guys drive connections. So a lot of those member programs, like we said, are going to be hosted on festival weekends. The GR Challenge. A lot of people have a lot of different styles of cars, so that's kind of a fun way to help see who's the quickest, where can we improve, where can we get better, and have some fun with the group of people that you're doing it with. We're also going to be bringing back some of our ladies' days, some of our other group member programs that have been here in the past that were very successful, and we're bringing those back and kind of trying to continue the excellent foundation that Audubon has been laying down here for the last 20 years. We see that as a continuation of our dream and our goal here at the Audubon Driver Academy. So walk you guys through, these are our public programs that we have, kind of all leading ultimately to our racing school. Where we're starting here is our Rush program, right? That's kind of like what an exploration of the club. What do we really offer here at Audubon? How do we bring some new blood in and kind of show them off to the club and everything that we do? So that's a combination between using our performance fleet cars, and then we take them down to karting as well. So they get a little bit of a taste of everything that we have here at Audubon. Next, we're going into our sprint experience, right? That's someone, hey, I just bought a Porsche, I just bought a Blackwing. What do I do with it? Where do I go? So again, that's getting them that introduction into I've bought a high performance car. What do I do next? How do I actually get into this world of high performance driving? So it's a half-day program that we're going to be teaching people on the skid pad first, and then taking them out on track in the evening, getting them used to using those cars. And that leads into our performance drive. Our performance drive is now a full day class, and that's really, hey, I want to do this, I'm committed, I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid. How do I get out there and really kind of learn and activate my skills out there? So that's a full day. We're using all of North Track for different drills in the morning, along with the skid pad and the skid car that you guys saw up there, sending some people sideways. How do you control that slide in a very fun and controlled manner, and making sure that everybody's having fun? And that leads them into their advanced performance series, our Apex 1, 2, and 3, right? So those are private coaching days, essentially, one-on-one days, and we're going to be utilizing our new set of Toyotas here. And then that Apex 3 is half day in our GR86 race car, and really prepping them for the race school to help people get their licenses if they want to become members, if they want to go off and kind of live their racing dreams. How do we help everybody achieve those goals? So here we have our new partnership here. We are now the Audubon Driver Academy, powered by Toyota. So these are not just for the public, these are for members as well. So what we're going to have here is we're going to have 15 total GRs here on site. We are going to have 7 86s, 5 Corollas. We have 12 other models because Toyota are also taking over sponsorship of our Teen Driver Academy. So it's really, really cool as well. We get to bring in not only members' kids, but other kids as well, help them learn the rules of the road, help them really understand what it's like to drive in some of those higher situations where they might need to be a little bit more focused on the road. And how do you control a car that's in a slide? How do you look ahead? How are we really thinking ahead? So we're training those drivers, those young drivers, that helping out that next generation. And then, of course, we have our 3 utility vehicles. So you might see the Academy drivers rolling around in a brand new Tundra or Sienna or something cool like that. And again, these are all kind of available to help you guys with your programs. These are also available to rent. So same thing as last year. Come in, stop by, see us at the Academy. You guys are free to use these cars for members, for your guests. If you guys want to start hosting a couple people out here, like I said, we're going to have 15 cars here. So we've got a whole fleet now to help assist you guys in what you guys want to do out there on track. So these are going to be our new GR86 wraps, and then next is we're going to have the new Corolla wraps as well. So as you see here, this is the first of our Corollas. We're going to have 5 more here very shortly, and helping you guys out to really learn and experience all these fun things that Toyota's bringing us on track. So thank you all very much for your time. Look forward to seeing you all out there. Stop by anytime. We're just outside the Tech Garage, and we're always open. The door is always welcome. Please come and see us.
I love that video. That is so cool. It just gets me fired up. I'm Alan Bertignoli, General Manager, Kart Circuit Audubon.
Just a few changes and some things that are going on at the kart track this year. Some of our staff, we've made some changes as well, just like the club has made, to better serve you, the members. We've promoted some people this year, and the cool thing about that is they know most of you, except for the new members. So I'm expecting that you get white glove service this year from these guys. It's been a really good ride. The kart track is very healthy. It's doing well. We have a lot of racing going on this year and a lot of activities for members. I'm ready for the next one. So first of all, we have all brand new rental carts and helmets for everybody this year. We replace these every 2 years. It's a perfect place to come. Minimum age is 12. We have rental leagues that run the rental carts as well too on Wednesday and Thursday night. That is open to members. We run a full program with rules, everything that goes on. One of the cool things about Audubon is we are able to replace and refresh these carts every 2 years, so you're not getting in a pile of junk. These carts are awesome. They're made by CRG. They're Italian carts, and we take very good care of them. I have a full-service mechanic there, and one of the things that, we designed the sticker kit this year to make it look custom. All of our helmets are custom this year, so it's got a really cool look and feel. And like I said, the members, you got to come down and try these carts. They are something else. You would really love them, and it's really a good place to get started. So one of the things that we want to do this year, similar to the rest of the club, is how do we get more people into go-karts? So, or into racing whatsoever. A lot of people, imagine when you first started going, you probably asked somebody, or you probably have people that ask you now, how do I get into this? And what we're going to be doing is hosting a special program with Franklin Motorsports, a karting academy. It's going to be at the end of this month. And what is it? It's designed specifically to get the sport of karting and get people into the seat. It's a low effort. You just show up. We provide the cart. We provide all the gear. And they have private instruction. It's a full day program. So it gets people that they don't know how to get into the sport. It's a perfect place to start. So if you're not sure about wanting to get in for kids or adults even, we have programs to do that. It's going to be hosted by Franklin Motorsports. We're in conjunction with Audubon, and it's going to be an awesome program. The emphasis is on fundamentals. You're going to have private coaching. It's a full day program. One-on-one coaching, track walks, everything involved with what goes on in a race day. So one of the other things that we have is we have racing here, obviously. As an Audubon member, you have 14 opportunities to race a go-kart at Audubon without ever leaving the facility. We have 8 member races, and then we also have 6 kart challenge races. And these classes, the karts are, we run both 2-cycle and 4-cycle karts, so pretty much anything you have, we were able to run. And we have a structured class depending on the age. It's all based on age-based, different types of karts. Some of the karts are 2-cycle, some are 4-cycle, but we have a complete program for that. So as I mentioned, 14 events. We also have 2 very large charity events that are open to members for a 3-hour endurance race. So if you're ever interested in putting together a team, we have one with the H Foundation. We also have one with the Drive for 195 for DuPage pads. That is open to members to start a team. They're always looking for people to fill that up. And somebody that, if you're ever interested in doing an endurance race, that is the way to go. As Andrew Hobbs had mentioned, we do have private instruction as well too, for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're 6 years old or 66 years old. It really doesn't matter. We have private coaching instruction by appointment. And if you ever want to come to one of the funnest places on the facility, come down to Kart Circuit Audubon. We will take care of you with gloves, and it's an awesome place. I mean, as Mark had said earlier, it's a happy place. It's really a family-friendly environment, and just come see myself or Andrew Hart. We will take care of you. And for the folks that have been there before, I think you know that, but I really appreciate it. We're looking forward to this season. It's going to be a great season of racing, a great season of karting. And like I said, it's the building block to get into cars if you want to. And that's really it. I appreciate you guys coming today. And I'm going to hand it off to Tim Miller from the member committee.
Morning, everybody. If you don't know, we have a member committee here at the club. My name's Tim Meller, and I'm the chair. And we exist solely to serve the membership and the management. So part of our role is to act as liaisons for the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you have anything good that you want the club to know about, let us know. Anything so-so or bad, let us know as well. We bring these issues up with management and try to rectify them and make the club the best place it can be. So if you don't know who the member committees are, there's a group of 7 of us. You'll see us around with these yellow hats. If the guys could stand up and let us know. We've got John Harkenrider. He represents the automotive group, so it's the shops and anybody that's got open wheel, so you can talk to him. We've got Blake Hennessy. Blake runs Miatas and some other cars, so he's been around since the inception. Any questions, let him know. Chris DiMuzio, he's run just about every car that you can imagine between Porsche Radical, F3s, Miatas, very active in the community. We've got Mike Ryan back there. He runs Miata, the whole family of them. So definitely just let us know, seek us out, questions, comments. If you want to have lunch with someone, meet people, let us know. We're here to help you guys. So yeah. Oh, Charles, I'm sorry. We got Charles Mahar. He's PFM, runs open wheel. You'll see him around a lot. We do have one other member who couldn't make it today, Mike Anzaldi. I think most of you probably already know Mike. He's the character around the club, and he's off at in California today doing the Radical series. So he's doing the commentating. So if you get a chance, catch it on YouTube. It'll be quite an enjoyable video. So that's the member committee. What's that? I'll turn it over to Tom.
All right. Well, going to be a great 2026 season. And today it is my privilege. Frankie, where are you? Get over here. Today we are introducing the BMW M2 Racing, ta-da, to the club. This is a brand new race car that's been put out by BMW. I will not spend a lot of time up here because there's a lot more coming in the second half of this meeting, but I can tell you right now, skip slide. It's a beautiful car. It is a 313 horsepower. Is that about right? Yes. 7-speed transmission. Top speeds 270 kilometers. Blah, blah. I can read it, but this car is great. If you haven't sat in it, get in it, feel it. In fact, there's test drives today, and if you need to test drive it, reach out to Team Stradali and Frankie, and you get a chance to get a test drive in it. 3 laps, bang them. This is a wonderful car. It is a perfect car for the Autobahn, for a driver who's looking to maybe upgrade or just have a great car. And the best thing about it is you can get them right through Team Stradali and Aaron Ziegler. So they have a program. They're going to be out here all day today, and I'll give you 2 seconds.
Thank you. We're really excited to introduce the car to the club. It's something that we've been, thinking about doing for a long time, and finally it came out. It was a little bit of a delay to get the cars here, but they're finally here, and we've got the next wave of cars coming in. As a matter of fact, Bill Keeley just ordered his today. Congratulations, Bill. We're really happy with what we have so far. Test drives are going on today. It is a packed schedule. So if you don't get in today, we're here all the time. Just set something up with myself or Jane, and you can do it on a weekday. Okay? Thank you.
Yep, thank you. Like I said, spend some time with this car. It is awesome. The Toyota deal, backing up what Andrew said, we have got 15 GR cars now. So when it comes time to like invite your friends out, and they go, well, what am I going to do besides watch you go around and around and around? You go, you're going to follow me. You can get them. You can get them in one of these cars, and they can have just as much fun as you have. So anyway, I'm done. I'm going to turn it back to Mike.
Just to reiterate what Tom said, we're going to talk more about this M2 platform in the racer meeting follow-up next. So more details to come. So yeah, my name is Mike Ritter. I've been here since the beginning. Most of you know me. I wear several hats, but pretty much anything that is in the track is really kind of my realm. So I'm general manager of track operations. I'm also the race director, so if there's any questions about racing, you can come to me about that stuff as well too. Some of my other major roles here is I'm the liaison to many of the other membership clubs, right? And so I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then obviously we got some construction. I'm going to give you some important details and updates on that. I want to mention this Motorsports Club Summit. So next week, Wednesday and Thursday, we are hosting many of the motorsports clubs in North America. As Mark had mentioned earlier, Autobahn went to Maragawa Club in Japan, and the respect that we were shown really kind of just blew us away, right? We were posed in front of the global audience of motorsports clubs, and we were set as the gold standard. And basically the statement was, if you want to have a good business and a good club, you've got to follow the Autobahn model, right? The big thing about that is the community that we have. You know, when we had Tilke come here from Germany and other groups that have come in, and even some people recently, community is the word they say, and that's what we're building around here, right? So as we're hosting these clubs next week, it's going to be a good opportunity for everyone to kind of get together. And you know, one way to look at it is if all these clubs are individuals throughout the world, they're not really going to make a dent too much. But if we all work together, we got some real power, we got some voice in the motorsport industry. So that's going to be a really cool event, kind of a first of its kind, and we've got probably 15 to 17 different motorsports clubs coming to the event, and probably 30 to 35 people. We're going to have some representatives from BMW and Radical and Stand 21, etc., along with that. So we're really excited about that event. What would make it cool is Wednesday and Thursday. At least Wednesday I know is full track, and if we had some awesome cars going on behind us like we do today, that would be pretty cool. So come on out and bring your good stuff. So the main thing I want to talk about today, though, is the construction. We mentioned in Oktoberfest of last year that part of our phase one for the 2035 vision is an addition to the North Track. So we unveiled this in Oktoberfest. We even showed you a track map and all these kind of things. And there's been a lot of work that's been going on in the off season for this stuff. This is a big project, so it takes some time. But as you can see, you've got the old North Track going there. We're adding a whole new section on the inside there. This has been modified and tweaked a little bit since Oktoberfest. One thing is there's two entrances to get in, there's two entrances to get out, and what we found in the simulations is that when you take an alternate route, the next two corners are completely different. So it's not like, oh, you're just changing one corner, the rest is the same. It's completely different. Same on the exit. Your exit strategy is going to be completely different depending on which route we're using for that day. This gives us 5 configurations for the North Track. Now you add in full track opportunities for that, all of a sudden we got a whole bunch of opportunities to do things differently. Mark said it really good in one of our leadership meetings a couple weeks ago. He said, you know, we've been driving the same direction for 22 years. Not anymore. We're going to start driving different directions. We're going to add a few different turns. So it's going to be exciting. It's a big project though, right? So over the winter, Tim and I and others were working really hard. There's a lot of hoops that you've got to jump through. You know, obviously we've got to get approval from the city. We have wetlands on property. We have pipelines on property. We have all these kind of things that we've got to go through. We're progressing very well with all these different things. We're at the stage now where we're receiving constructor bids. So we've got many of them in this week. Next week we should get the rest of them, start deciding you know, who our builders are going to be, etc. And then the next thing is the timeline. And so that's the important thing I want to talk to you guys about here is what's the timeline? When are we going to do this? Well, starting in June, likely around June 9th, we're going to begin the heavy lifting on this construction, okay? So what that's going to mean is for several weeks, probably well into July, during the week, the North Track's probably going to be shut down. That means members will be always on the South Track during that time. However, we've got to remain flexible. Things can change, weather can change. There's a few things that need to happen. So during this time, we're going to ask that everyone just be a little patient, a little flexible with the schedule. There may be times when we're changing the track schedule on South, and maybe you got to run a little later in the day, or here and there we skip some sessions sometimes. You know, we're going to do our best to be the least disruptive as we possibly can to member days, but we do think that the benefit members are getting out of this far outweighs any convenience we're going to have for a month or two, right? I think everyone would agree with that. So one of the key things is going to be that we have to communicate to you guys, right? So schedules are going to change. I can't tell you right now that this is going to happen on this day and this is going to happen on this day. It's got to remain flexible. So what we're going to do is, probably beginning late May, is every Monday we're going to send out a construction update email, and it's going to lay out what's happened in the past week, what's happening this coming week, how the member schedule could be affected. Maybe it's a sudden track change, you know, to another track that wasn't on the schedule. Maybe it's going to be a gap in the schedule. We will try our best to not have to miss days, but it could be possible. It could be a day here or there. We're not talking like weeks on end you're not going to have a track, but maybe there's a Tuesday where we've got to run in the evening or something like that. We want to be really thinking outside the box of how we get through this process, right? So those emails are going to start coming out on those Mondays, and those are going to be very important for the communication. And we want to be as open as we can to get through this thing. The benefits are going to far outweigh the inconveniences, but we want to be very transparent. If you want updates and have more questions on construction, Tim and I are the guys to come to. Okay, so if you want to know when shovels are going in the ground and when the machines are going, come talk to me. If you want to know how we're financing this thing and how we're progressing with the city, permits, all that kind of stuff, Tim's probably the guy, but between the two of us, we will have the most updated information on the construction, okay? So when we get through this, what's it all going to look like? So we got a little video here kind of showing what it's going to be as we come around North 2. This is the same simulation we showed you in Oktoberfest. Now, there has been some modifications, so it's actually going to be a little bit more dramatic than what this video shows. This is the second entrance in. You rise over this left-hander. This right-hander is probably going to be even more dramatic than it shows on the video. A downhill, some S's, going back up over again, and then you set to rejoin the north track, taking the first entrance here. So these are going to be some different corners. They don't replicate anything that we've done before for sure, and there's going to be some elevation that we haven't had before. So this is the other version here, taking the other options. So again, you're on north track here, going into north 1. Now this time we're going to take the inside route, and you'll be amazed that first new left-hander is completely different because you're lined up in a completely different area. It's going to be some new challenges. It's going to be the same width, same asphalt mixture, everything, so it should tie in very well. Yep, and then turn 6 here is going to be completely different. Now, of course, this is a simulation that's really just showing the track, and obviously there's a lot of elements that have to be added: guardrails, tire walls, corner stations, light boards, etc., those kind of things. But it gives you a good idea of what things are going to look like. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really worth it. Those of you who have been around for 20 years and have this track absolutely mastered, you're gonna have to start over a little bit, So find the instructor team; they'll help you out with that. I can't really give you a timeline of when we're gonna be done with this. There's so many variables right now, and it's a big project. So we'll be communicating when we're gonna get through that. As we're going through the construction, something I want to mention: there's already been some trees that have been removed. We're going to be removing some of the electric that's out there, and some of the fiber has to move, etc. So as we're going through this, we've all gotten used to the digital safety flags. The digital flags are going to remain on South Track, but until we get through this construction, North Track is going to go back to the manual flags. Okay, just because there's a lot of infrastructure that's got to move around, and instead of trying to do things temporarily, let's just go with manual flags for that. When we get through it, everything's going to be updated, including the whole system is probably be updated. We'll have more information on that as well too. So that kind of gets us through what the construction is going to be. We're really excited about it. It's the first phase in our long-term vision of what we're doing here, and we think this is one of the biggest changes we've ever made to Autobahn, and I think it's going to be super exciting. So bear with us through some inconveniences, and the outcome at the end is going to be awesome. And then, I don't know how we're going to do track records for every variance we do, but we'll get through it. So that kind of wraps up our program. We're going to take about a 10-minute break here, and so those who are not interested in the racer meeting, go grab some lunch or something like that. We're probably going to shut this garage door, and those who are in the racer meeting or interested in that, stay back here, and we'll cover that. When we're done with the racer meeting, then we really want to open up the building here because we've got all our shops here. We've got several vendors here. We've got brand new wheels by Fixie Wheels over in the corner there on our Academy Miata there. We'll talk about that in the racer meeting a little bit more, but there's some exciting stuff. So stick around after the racer meeting, hors d'oeuvres, kind of an open floor, visit the shops and stuff like that. So we'll start the racer meeting in about 10 minutes. Thank you, guys. right, everyone, in just a couple minutes, we are going to start the racer meeting. So I would ask, if you are not interested in the racer meeting, I'm going to ask that you go in the bar area or up front or outside. We're going to close the garage door there to separate these two areas in about 30 seconds. So you better run. And we're going to start the racer meeting in about 3 minutes. Ron, you can close that garage door. All right, time for everyone to find a seat. Start quieted down. We're going to get started on here, so we're not here all day. I know some of you want to get on track this afternoon, so we'll try and end this meeting by about 3:30, 4 o'clock. Wow, see, these are, now we got the racers because everyone's very disciplined. They sit down, they're quiet, they're ready to go. You know, the non-racers, it takes a long time to get them to pay attention. You guys are ready to go. All right, so let's get into some racing stuff. I didn't do any stats or anything for you of what year we're in or, you know, how many racers we had last year, but you guys know that our racing series is still very, very strong, right? Last year was, again, we beat our numbers from the previous year, so everything is going very awesome with the racer series, that's for sure. Over the off season, as we mentioned, there was some changes kind of in staffing and things like that, and some of that plays down into the racer staff as well too. So, you know, as the series grows, I've told you before, you know, the staff has to grow. So there's been some more things delegated out. So dumping some more stuff on Kyle. I'm not sure where Kyle went. He's supposed to be standing right here. Kyle's late. So we'll go to Kathy. So since Kyle can't handle these things, Kathy's going to take over things. Just made a change right there. It's all you now. All right, so between Kyle and Kathy, they're taking on a lot more stuff, right? You saw last year we started with that racer email thing that you see. So instead of an email coming from directly myself or Kyle or Kathy or whatever, you've got that Autobahn Racing email address. That's where the information gets sent out. That's where you can apply for, register for a race, ask questions, etc. And just so you guys know, all three of us get that email. So if you send that, you know, you're covering everybody. You can send an email to each one of us through that, but that should be pretty productive. Kathy is going to be doing all the registration for the races, so she'll be your person, but also if you want to reserve a number, if you want to check if your medical is expired, all that kind of stuff, really kind of all the administration stuff, Kathy's going to be taken care of. So she's got a lot of answers there. Kathy is also going to be basically, I mean, she already is race control for all the races, but she's going to be have even more responsibility of that. If there's times I can't be there, she's operating the whole track. And then there's other things that we were going to have Kyle do, but since he wasn't here for the meeting, we're going to have Kathy do. But the other things that we were going to have Kyle do is Kyle's going to continue on in promoting the series. He's also going to be up there in race control, observing things, assisting Kathy when needed. He's still working with the GT classification, overseeing that. But when stuff gets sent in, Kathy's going to do all the filing and stuff like that, but Kyle's going to be checking those things over. So just kind of expanding the whole thing. We are also getting the academy instructors involved. Is Andrew here? I knew he was. So been talking to Andrew. We're going to get the academy guys involved. They're going to be assisting in tech. They're going to be assisting with data collection, things like that. With his and his team, the experience that they have, there's a lot we can do with that. So we're going to be utilizing those guys as well too. So you'll be seeing them, whether it be for annual inspections or they're going to be in the tech garage, etc. They are acting on official capacity with the racing league. Okay. On the kind of the subject of assisting in tech and collecting data, all that kind of stuff. Beyond the GT, they're going to help with Miatas and stuff as well. But they're going to be, we're going to be looking at GT very carefully. There were some emails that went out of whether we should do this or do that, and truthfully there wasn't a whole lot of feedback in one direction or another. There's not a strong swell for something, but we do recognize that they're in need for more GT tech, so we're going to be on top of that. He and his team are very knowledgeable about that stuff, so they're going to help for sure. On the subject of GT stuff, dynos, if you have submitted a dyno and you've made no changes to your car, you don't have to submit a new dyno, okay? But if you change anything on your car, you have to submit a new dyno, you have to do a new classification. One of the problems we ran into last year is people changing things, okay? When you submit something, that's what you're running. If you submit something new, that's what you're running. We're throwing the old stuff away. You're not bouncing back and forth, etc., okay? We could limit it to one change per year or something like that, but really, if you change something, everything else previous is deleted. It's done. It doesn't matter. You are only allowed to be picking one thing, okay? And that's part of the problem we ran into last year. Another thing I'll add to GT stuff is, I want to say this carefully. There's got to be sportsmanship, okay? Part of the GT stuff we were running into last year is people pointing fingers and accusing. And it didn't matter if we teched the guy 4 times and we knew he was legal. If someone's still pointing the finger, guess what? You might want to point the finger back at you because you kind of look like an ass, to be honest with you. Community is something we've talked about. It's very strong here, okay? So that there's a couple parts to that. You're part of the racing community. We're all out there racing as a team. I'm going to talk about that in some of the drivers' meetings later, but you want to race fairly with your other club members, right? So if you are found to be doing something you're not supposed to be doing and not being honest about what you're running, we don't want you in the series. You're going to be suspended. We'll see you next year, whatever type of thing. The flip side of that is if someone is running legal and you keep accusing them of not running legal, that's going to be a problem too. That's a sportsmanship problem. And we had that problem last year. We've had members that have said, I don't know why I'm racing here. Every time I come, someone says I'm doing something wrong. And they're not. We've checked them out, right? So we can't have that either. So GT guys, I want you to really be mindful of that. And we want to keep that clean, okay? But tech stuff, we realize, we got to do some more. There's going to be some dyno checks and things like that. So we'll be doing all of that. Sure. The dyno or annual inspection? You have to resubmit the form, but if you haven't changed the dyno, you'd have to do a new dyno. Okay. Right. Yeah, good point.
So everybody has to do a form again.
Right. Great. Glad you brought that up. Did everyone understand that? So you do need to fill out the form again for your GT classification, but you don't have to get a new dyno run if nothing has changed, okay? So you are saying, this is still my same dyno run, all my stuff is still the same, this is what I agree I'm running the car in, but you need to submit a new one online, okay? And there's been some adjustments to the online stuff, and there was a couple of things we found over the winter, just minor glitches, so we continue to improve that as well too. The other thing I want to mention, yeah, that's, see, you should be up here leading this, Charles. You're thinking of all the things that I want to say. Yeah. That's right, yeah. Yeah, and I'll add on to that if you don't have your stuff in, you're running GTU. You don't have a classification. You're in the highest class there is, right? Don't make us make a decision, and don't ask for the exception, because if we give the exception to one person, we got to do it for the next person. So the answer is no. If you haven't had your stuff in, can I do it next race? No. You got to have your stuff in, okay? It's the only way to do it fairly. And at the same thing, like Charlie was saying, don't do it last minute. You know, we come across this when we get to Oktoberfest, and Saturday morning people are trying to turn in their dynos. We got enough on our plate than trying to figure out your mess because you don't know what class you're supposed to be in, etc. Get it in a week ahead of time. Do it now so you're ready for the first race. It's really not that hard. It doesn't take that very long, okay? This meeting is a little bit different than our previous meeting where I would like you guys to speak up. If you got something to say, like this is a back and forth here. It's not me just lecturing, setting the tone for the year kind of stuff. So if you got something to say, speak up like Charlie did. Okay. Anything else on GT dynos? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Okay. I would say too that there are things, but if there's conversations about GT or about anything else, bring those conversations to myself or Kyle, right? Because if you're just talking amongst yourselves, but you're not talking to the people who can actually enact change, all you're doing is gossiping, to be honest with you, right? So come talk to us. The worst thing is when someone says, everyone's talking about this subject, whatever it is, and I say, no one has talked to me about that. It's just gossip then is all it is. You're just talking behind people's back. So come talk to myself or Kyle. We can enact the change. We will listen, okay? The other thing I'll add too is when we're talking about the team, etc., the video review process. If we do have to review videos, this year, I'm hoping maybe not. Maybe we won't have to do any videos this year at all. But that's going to change a little bit as well too. I'm in a good mood. When we review a video, Kyle and the instructor team are actually going to be reviewing those videos, and most videos are actually pretty obvious. The follow-up email will come from Kyle from that racer email, just so you know. And that is the official one. If they need me to get involved, I will get involved. If it's we got to look at this one a little bit closer, I will. But with all that being said, I am still the race director. So if things do go wrong, whether it be dyno stuff, video stuff, whatever, it's still on me. So I want to know about things. I'm going to be involved as well. So please let me know if there's something that's an issue or we can improve upon or whatever, and we'll go from there, okay? On the subject of video review, I want to remind you all that we do have an appeal committee. So if you get an email with a penalty, etc., there is an appeal committee, and whenever those penalties get sent out, you get instructions of how to contact the appeal committee. Something a request from those guys is to do it properly. There's a form to fill out, there's an email to send. Do it the right way instead of texting one of the guys, hey, I'm going to send you a video I want you guys to look at. Do it the right way, okay? Our racing league, we have 170 racers. We do 50 some races per year. There's a lot to manage right there. So help us out a little bit by just kind of following the process, the same as you would have to do for any other series you were running with, right? We try and make things easy, but the more you can help us out by just following the process is easy. I want to make a mention about the rule book. If you remember last year, we kind of adjusted the rule, at least on a temporary basis, about the blocking rule, and I think that went great, and I didn't hear any complaints about it. So how we have changed the blocking rule is now official, that there is no changing lanes, there's no blocking, you stay on your line, the other guy's got to get around. It worked pretty well, okay? It reduced incidents, reduced some confusion. So when you're racing somebody, there's no saying, I'm going to take a protective line, I'm going to go to the inside, something like that. You stay on line. If the other guy's got you, he's got you. That's racing, okay? It's going to make things a lot simpler. Also with the rule book in the GT classifications, going back to GT cars, there was some talk about changing the adjustments for PDK and these kind of things. And as far as I know, the conversation just kind of stalled out. I think we all recognize there could be some adjustments to be made, but it's not going to make a big difference. And it sounded like people would rather just kind of keep it the same instead of having to adjust their cars, etc. So I don't think that's a big deal, but we'll keep an eye on it. Again, feedback, give it to us. Charlie sent that email out, and I think he got 3 or 4 replies out of 30 or 40 guys. So that's not really an overwhelming majority to make any kind of changes. Spec Miatas, the fire system is going to be required by June 1st, right? George, I saw George floating around. George, Is that still reasonable? So you're getting them in, there's no delays on getting them, so that's reasonable? Okay. I think that's just a good thing to enact because, we always want to be continually upgrading our safety. And so to have a fire system in your Miata, it's not a bad idea. If you've ever been in a fire, boy, you sure would like to have it then and not wish you had installed it. So I think it's a good thing. So that's going to be official. That is in the rules. The other thing I want to add too is on our Academy spec Miata over there, it is equipped with new Fixie wheels. Fixie Wheels just came out with a purpose-built spec Miata wheel. We had dinner with him last night. I'm not sure if Brant is in the room here, but he'll be around after this meeting to talk about it. But Tom and I had dinner with him. We were actually really impressed with the engineering they did. They followed the SCCA guidelines. It is a purpose-built spec Miata wheel, and the feedback they've gotten so far from their test drivers has been that they're getting actually more feedback from the car, that it's really good. So that is it's a legal wheel. Just so you know, it follows all the SCCA rules. So check that out. It's a good-looking wheel as well too. Purpose-built for spec Miata. So that's kind of some nitty-gritty stuff. Any questions so far? And I'm rolling through things pretty quickly here, but we all want to get on track and have lunch. Yeah, what was that after the checkered flag? Yeah. So just a clarification, if there's a black flag all on track, you have to maintain your position. There's no changing positions under a black flag all. So that's in the rule book. Everybody should know the rule book. So that's a clarification right there, just so everybody knows. Apparently we had a situation last year, it was a black flag all, and people were still passing or changing positions. Black flag all, you got to hold position. You come into pit lane, you stop, you wait for instructions. No positions changes there, okay? Any other comments? Go ahead, Mark. It's part of the annual inspection. So when you get your annual inspection done, oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, that's a good point. We'll probably run cars through tech then, I would imagine. But yeah, let me give that some thought. We'll make sure we follow up on that. And then the June 1st, obviously, we're going to be really looking at cars to make sure everything's done. But we'll try and get ahead of that. But yeah, that's a good point that a lot of annuals were done before that got completed. So, okay, we'll work on that. That's a great point. Okay, anything else? All right, I'm going to let Kyle speak to you guys, and he's going to talk a little bit about the schedule and some of our other things coming up.
All right. Thanks for that warm standing ovation, everyone. Thank you.
So you notice how he read that off his notes?
Right, I was prepared for that.
Warm standing ovation.
Yeah. Hold for applause for the next 5 minutes. All right, so as you can tell, we worked diligently over the winter to accommodate as best we can for our racing schedule. But some of the special events, that's what I want to talk about right now. Special events that are returning is, you'll see up there that we are bringing back the 1 hour Spec Miata race, which is a lot of fun. Also the Triple Crown, which is always a driver's favorite. So we've got the schedule. It's posted up on the member website. Please take a look at it, print it out, and start prepping your cars as soon as possible. Speaking of tech, Joe, sorry if you already mentioned this, but Joe is in the tech garage right now. So after this meeting, if you need an annual, you need tires marked, anything like that, Joe's up in the tech garage. He'll probably be here for about till about 3-4 o'clock this afternoon. So go see Joe. It really helps if you can get all that stuff done before race day. Please do that as soon as possible. Other things I want to talk about is live streaming. So you know that I'm a big cheerleader of our live streaming. We attempt to continually improve our live stream. And with the stewardship of Mr. Nate Abbott, he's kind of taken over running the live streams. But Nate has a great team put together for this year, and he's been working on some new graphics packages, some in-car telemetry, and also instant replay as well. So definitely, if you can, I encourage you to like and subscribe to the Autobahn YouTube channel. That really helps us out, boost our numbers. But we're going to be live streaming 8 of our races this year. So like and subscribe.
I'll add one thing to live stream. So if you guys remember, Dennis is one of our announcers here. What he would like to do that will really help the live streaming as well too is immediately after this meeting, he would like to interview several of our different drivers, right? Is it just a video interview or just some notes? Just talking. Okay, so would be great if after this meeting, go talk to Dennis, or he's going to be poking around and finding some of our drivers. He can have some notes, make that live streaming and that announcing even better.
Absolutely. Moving on to Wings and Things. So as you can tell, the rushes are here. We're currently going to keep them in the Wings and Things race series as those cars, as more come online. Perhaps in the future we'll make it its own series, but right now we're going to keep rushes in with Wings and Things. So I also would like to thank all of our race sponsors as well. So in GT, right there, GT1 sponsor is Eurosport. They're also sponsoring GT5. GT2 and 3 is CXI Trucking. GT4 is Highland Management. Are you staying in GT4? Or you're 2 now, but you're sponsoring GT4. All right.
And all 3 of those, many years, cover all those classes, so that's great.
And our sponsors really, the sponsorships really help the race series. So we want to thank all of our sponsors. Chase Race Sportsman, that's MBS2, Chase Pro, Hamel Dental. So if you need any dental work, go see Bill. Radical, sponsored by Team Stradale. Wings and Things, sponsored by Havoc. SM2, First Bank Card. And also SM, this year returning, is Race Caddy. Couple of new things with the Race Caddy sponsorship. One is for all of the SM guys, just SM1, you are required to have the Race Caddy sticker applied to the hood of your car. We're going to be getting those stickers from Mr. Jim Nagy shortly. Yep. Next week. All right. So we'll make sure that they're going to be up in the tech garage, so you can swing by my office, or when you're in tech and you see Joe, we can distribute those stickers. But also, Race Caddy is one of our members. It's his business. It's John Joe Dwayne. So he's sponsoring the series. But also, as a giveaway, he is sponsoring the Hard Charger Award. So the Hard Charger is the person who makes up the most positions in a race. If that is you, then you will receive a $100 gift card to Race Caddy. So very generous of Race Caddy and John Joe Dwayne. So that is available for both SM and SM2. So you can only win it once per year, but again, it's $100 towards getting your very own Race Caddy. So that's any questions, comments, concerns for me? Kyle, how do I get featured on the live stream, and how do I get an in-car camera? You're going to either talk to me or you're going to talk to Nate, but we'd love to have more in-car cameras. And also, again, I encourage you to talk to Dennis, so that way he can get to know you a little bit better, and we can talk about you on the live stream. So now I'd like to reintroduce Andrew Hobbs. He's going to talk about the Young Driver Award. Yay, Andrew!
2 applause in one day, that's not bad.
All right, hello again, everyone. So keep it nice and short. What we're going to be doing this year for our Young Driver Award is we're actually going to be breaking it out into 2 separate awards. So if you're a young driver in the cars, that's going to be its own award. If you're a young driver in karting, kind of recognize that it's 2 completely separate skill sets. So those will be 2 different awards for this year. We're working on actually expanding our award program as well for that. So stay tuned for that. We're still working on a couple details, but we're going to have some kind of expanded awards for the winners of those 2 programs. Remember, it's not just about consistent results through the year, but it's also about how do you improve, how do you get better, your racecraft, kind of the entire package. Really making sure that we're trying to support 2 drivers that we think really kind of embody the spirit and community of Audubon, and trying to help those drivers improve and hopefully fulfill their dreams on their road to either professional motorsports or just having fun and being a great member of the community. So we'll have some more information on that later, the expanded rewards, but we will be doing those, 1 for cars and 1 for karting at the end of this season. That's good? Yeah.
All right. Next up, we're going to bring up Tom and Francesco. They're going to give us a little more detail of their plans for the M2 here. This is a pretty exciting element here, and there's Tom's going to reveal some secrets.
It goes very fast. No, actually, I'm gonna let Francesco talk about the car and how it integrates to our program here first, and then I got some really great follow-up behind it to tell you about.
All right, thank you. First of all, I just want to give credit to where credit's due. This idea came about from another member here who's not here today, but Eric Wagner, in discussion long time ago about radicals, and one of our problems that we have is that in the open wheel or open cockpit, you are always in that class, and these guys want more driving time, so they were looking for a GT car. Eric's a member at Concourse Club in Miami, and he bought the old version of this and had an absolute blast in it. So he was talking about it with me, and he said, look, all I do is change brakes, add fuel, and just have a lot of fun, as long as you don't crash. So that sparked the discussion of what we can do for GT to give members more to do here. And obviously the Miata is super strong here, but there's like this gap from Miata to like Porsche Cup car or Radical or Formula car. So the hope was that this would come out, and timing was about perfect. The BMW program was initiating a new car, and this is a 4-cylinder car, turbo. At first we were a little bit worried, but it came out, the specs came out actually stronger than the V6 car. And so we started talking, how do we get this car? And one of the problems is you have to go through a dealer. So, and there were very few motorsport dealers. Well, another member who's not here today, but Aaron Ziegler, owns Ziegler Auto Group. And this could not have been done without him, but I started speaking with him saying, hey, you should get a motorsport dealership. So he did, and now we have this program available to us because of that relationship. We have Tyler here from Ziegler Auto Group. He's just sitting over there. He can also answer some of the questions. But this relationship together with Audubon has created a really cool feature, which now we have access to the cars, access to a massive parts distribution warehouse. Ziegler is a really big BMW player, and so we'll have the most important part to this is support. We'll be able to support it not just by myself, but with the help of Ziegler, and have the parts that we need to make sure that the cars last. The car itself is 313 horsepower, has they do everything in kph, but 270 kilometers per hour. The cool feature I will tell you about the car is that it's all factory built, okay? Unlike what we used to do back in the day where you take a car and you just gut it and turn it into a race car. This is done at the factory. All of the factory wiring loom is still in there. You have the factory dash in there, the transmission, like everything works as it should, and you have the reliability of BMW. So what's really neat is you could put just about anybody in the car. It comes paddle shift, so you can run it in automatic or paddle. It has traction control, ABS, air conditioning that is actually functional, heat, it's got the creature comforts of, you know, track day type of use, but also fast enough to the point where you can, you know, do decent lap times and compete. So we're really excited that the opportunity is finally here, and we're just excited that we have the opportunity to now put it into the Autobahn, like, you know, racing group here. Initially, with the help of Mike Ritter, we talked about getting it in the GT series, so that's where it's going to be slotted right now. But we have at least 22 people signed up for the cars, so hopefully by end of year this year or next year, we will have a standalone run group for the M2s. And any questions, I'll be walking around. Tyler will be here. John will be here. We're doing test drives, like I said, on North Pit Lane. But if you can't make it today, any day of the week, you just call. We have the Team Stradale car here that's ready for rental or test drives. And we'll have a bunch of cars coming in this week. Okay? Thank you.
That's fantastic. Just to kind of follow up on what Francesco said, where's the slide I'm looking at for? It's not here. Oh, no. All right, so here's how it fits into our class here at the racing, at the Autobahn for Members Racing. GT4, if we can get enough members with enough cars here that want to race, we will have its own, it'll have its own series within the club, so a series within the series, right? But the thing that I'm really excited about is, for the past 3 months, I've been working with BMW and an IMSA team to bring this to life, the M2 Racing Club Challenge program. And what this is we're working to put together an inter-club race series based upon the M2 racing car that would travel to, right now the initial idea is 5 clubs around America. So just think, for example, Monticello, Apex, Spring Mountain, here, you know, one other track. And the idea is to get a spec car to go out and race driver versus driver skill, and skill, not horsepower or secret sauce or whatnot. This idea is a turnkey solution. The idea is every club put 5 drivers up. You'd have a race series with 25 drivers. You would do 5 weekends, 2 races a weekend, and you're competing for, obviously, first, second, and third place every race, but also for what I like to call the ultimate trophy, which is bragging rights that your club is the best set of racers in the country, right? BMW is putting a lot of energy behind this. We are announcing this. You're the first people I've ever told about it outside a few of the key sponsors we're trying to get. So you're the first people to ever hear about this. We're announcing this on Wednesday to all the other clubs. And we think this is a great opportunity. It's an opportunity for those of us who like to race, who want to do something outside of the club, and have a turnkey solution. For example, you don't have to worry about transporting your car. Your car will be transported for you. You don't have to worry about having a massive crew or a crew that you got to get out there, because that'll be provided for you when you get there. It's turnkey. Show up, practice, race, have fun, and win. Because we do it better than anybody else, right? You know, I'd love to talk to you about it. It's still a bit of a vision. I've locked down a tire manufacturer. I've got our friends at Stand 21 involved. BMW's behind this. They want to promote this. So it's a really cool idea, and it was born out of a discussion I had with BMW that said, "Hey Tom, I heard there's like 20 of these things coming to the Autobahn," and I went, "That's news to me." So I made a few phone calls and find out, you know, Team Stradale here is bringing, you know, 20 of these cars, and like, you know, half of them already sold. That's a no-brainer. You know, this is going to work, because you heard Mark or someone talk about the Magaragawa Club with the Tilka Group. There's over 100 of these clubs now around America. Around the world. At some stage, of either operations or being developed. And this could be like this could be a really cool thing. North American Championship, European Championship, Asian Championship. Then you bring everybody together. It's almost like the Porsche model, right? But we would be doing it first. We'd be the first group to do this with this car, with this program, with the country clubs. And I think it's just an awesome opportunity. This is a very affordable car to get into. It's a solid piece of equipment. It runs forever without having to put a lot of maintenance in it. As long as you don't put it in a wall, you can get years of use out of this without having to work with the engine or transmission. So I am excited about it. I hope you guys are too. If you have any questions, come see me after this is over. Order a car from Stradale and we'll get this program going internally and externally. That's my story.
It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. To add on to what Tom was saying is the commitment BMW has. So as we have this club summit next week, BMW is going to be here with their North American president, whatever he is, of our operations, and Random Vandal is going to be here. So we're presenting this to these other clubs, and we'll let you know what the reaction is from them. There's probably some that are a little scared because they don't want to race against us. We've come across that before. There's others that I think will jump in. So we'll let you know how this progresses, but we're thinking long term. We really think this is a good opportunity, right? So it's pretty cool. Wrapping up kind of the meeting here, not a lot of big changes, and when you talk about like the schedule and the rules and things like that, we've got a well-established series here, so that's why you don't see major changes. That's why you don't see announcements here of, the schedule is completely upside down. It's working, right? So we got a good series here, and that's made up because we've got good drivers here, we got good racers, we got good community. I'm excited again to start another season off. I couldn't be more proud to be part of Autobahn and just seeing everybody that's coming in today, and the racers that we have and the excitement, and people have been working all winter and ready to go. So it's pretty cool stuff. So we've got our first Miata race in a couple weeks, and then GT is only a little bit after that, and we're going to get rolling here. So it should be pretty awesome. Just a reminder as we wrap up, take a visit to the shops here. Take a look at the M2. Take a look at the GRs we've got here. Stop at the shops. Brant right there is from Fixie Wheels. Stop by him. He'll be by the Miata over in the corner. He can explain to you what he told me last night of how they designed and engineered this wheel. It's worth listening to. It'll be like, yeah, give me 2 sets, because it's pretty good. We've also got, our other vendors here. We've got some different graphic designs and stuff like that, and I believe we have a giveaway over here, right? So sign up for the raffle here, and you win what? A car. I heard her say a car. Oh, Carhartt. Oh, details. But yeah, stop there. Stop by our different guys, and enjoy the rest of the day. We're off and running here. Go ahead, Andrew. Yeah, Andre. Very possible. There's been talks of a few events and stuff like that. Usually something like that happens, at least it did in the past when they were at the Speedway. Yeah, so I don't have details yet, but it's very possible. And you're asking because... Yeah, okay. All right, cool. We'll let you know. Yeah, for sure. Is there a date for Road America?
Yeah, there's a date on the schedule. Off the top of my head, I believe it's August 19th.
If you go to the member webpage and you look at more info, the social calendar is in there, and it'll be on there. All the dates for all the social events should be up there now, right? Yeah, so there's plenty of opportunity to do awesome stuff around here, that's for sure. Any other questions as we wrap things up? Comments? More standing ovations for Kyle or anything like that needed? There you go. All right. Don't forget to stop by Dennis. Let him interview you, ask a few hard-hitting questions of, what NASCAR driver do you want to meet, that kind of stuff. And then visit our vendors. And, we're off to another great season. Let's do it, guys.